Hey, BPD warriors. So, I want to talk about something I call BPD burnout. And that is where we just get to a point where we're trying our hardest to just friggin' survive every circumstance and paint it with a silver lining and find that silver lining because we have got to chase that silver lining because there's got to be something positive going on, right? And just getting kicked over and over and over again. Like, everything has to go sideways. Like, my alarm just had to go off while I'm trying to do this, even though I've been struggling so hard to be doing videos. And my van decided not to start today, which seems like not a big deal, except for the fact that last week the tire went flat, and so I had to replace that. And, this overwhelming realization that we just don't ever, as parents, we just don't have time for ourselves. It's not a thing. It doesn't exist. And it's not new, but you try to find pockets of time for yourself, and it just exasperates everything. And on top of that, BPD and hormonal time of the month just amplifies all of it, everything. And then you just have this huge emotional crash where you just try to remember why you're trying to do any of it or make any of it work. And then you just kind of want to hide from the world. For me, that's in sleep, which isn't the best, but it is one of the healthier ones. I don't drink and I don't smoke and I don't I don't really have coping mechanisms, really. I try to cope with my stress. I have mindfulness exercises, but I don't have any vices, which is a positive thing, I guess. But also I don't have anything to stop it from spinning, except for maybe sometimes I can sleep it off. But sometimes that's just a time skip into still feeling the same way, and now I have less time. And it's so hard to come back out of this because our brains at this point in time are so this is just how it will always feel. There's nothing good ever. Even though, in 10 minutes, I'm gonna go and grab my adorable Mushy 1-year-old and give him loves and change his butt and give him food and have a great time because nap time's over. Even though I have these positive things, I have to, fight through the thoughts to get to them. And fight through the belief that I don't have good things, even though, I know I do. I know I do. And I'm not, complaining about my life, but I'm not complaining about my life, and it's hard to try to, explain this feeling. And I don't feel like there's enough content out there that explains how BPD feels when it feels crappy, because it does. It feels crappy a lot of the time. So I just wanted to kind of make something to talk about it, and also kind of open that door for myself to talk about it when it's crappy, because this is not easy. This is hard. This is vulnerable. I don't love it. I don't hate it, and I want to be able to do it, but it still feels I know that there's the doors open to just get kicked in the face by some people who are oh, look at her, she's complaining about her life and stuff. And then I don't necessarily want to deal with that. But at the same time, I also want to have that space for people who are oh, yes, that's what it feels like. That's what those things are. That's what I'm feeling right now. That BPD burnout, that over exhaustion that comes from this just absolute belief that things don't get or feel better from here. And even though we're logically sound, we understand that it will not be like this forever, but we can't feel that. And that's hard. That's a hard rewire for your brain. That's like if you put your hand in hot water but it felt cold. Like, you can logically know that it's hot water, but if it still feels the way it shouldn't feel, it's hard to tell your brain, but that's hot. And that's how it is for us. Like, we know it gets better, but it doesn't feel like it'll get better. And also, honestly, talking about it helps. Like, I do feel a little bit better talking about it. Which is why you should do therapy, if that is the right path for you. Anyway, BPD Warriors. I just wanted to talk about it. Thank you for listening. As always, love yourself because you are worth it. It does get better. And have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon.